Hi there. Very good morning and good afternoon, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm live today in this live session on Thursday. And I would like to talk to you about two stocks or two companies which may set to do well in the short run as well as in the long term. And the stocks have declined over time. So the stocks have performed well before, and they have been consolidating for the past few weeks and have done well uh, in the last year, 2 years, and is set to do well at least for the next couple of years as well. Plus, I'll talk about the markets and answer your calls. So let other people join in. Hi, Jan. Hi, Supreet. Morning. Hi Priya, good morning. Sai, hi. So that will be the agenda for the session today. So talk about a couple of stocks and then answer your queries as well. So basically about the markets have been doing well, and I feel like we are in for a big move on the Nifty. I believe that the Nifty is all set to scale newer highs, and with the kind of numbers I'm seeing in the mid caps at least and the small caps, it looks like we are in for a earnings revival. But there will be corrections. So there will surely be corrections in the market. There will surely be dips in the market, as we saw just before budget. 1,000 point correction was there. I kept on saying that the market may fall 10 to 15%. It fell 10%. And these are the sort of corrections that I keep talking about, that the markets will keep giving you opportunities. You saw what happened with escorts. So I was talking about escorts with my patron members earlier also, and with YouTube members a few weeks back. Now it fell to 1180, 1190, 1175, 1160 was its 200 DMA. And look at where escorts is today and probably nudging new highs. A disclaimer, I'm invested into it. Patron members can view my, you can say, portfolio, as well as they can ask me queries on a daily basis. So if you can join the patron membership, that will also help you. But so escorts is just to give you an example, not that you go ahead and buy it, but these are some of the stocks that fell. So something like a Tata Consumer fell to 270, 275, even below that, I think closer to 260, 255, 260. Now it has gone up. Something like Airtel went to 550. It is beyond 600 now again. So these are few stocks, just a few examples, that those will be the sharp declines in which you have to have your gumption and hold on to your, you can say, investments. And probably over time, you will end up making good amount of money. People say that this market is not for those who want to invest. I believe this is the best market for those who want to invest for 1, 2, 3 years, because the stocks, although they are revolving, although there is a rotation in the kind of investments every couple of weeks that people get into. So some after 2 weeks IT go up, then after 2 weeks you have infrastructure go up, then consumer durables, then pharma, but eventually everything is up. So if you have the patience, your stocks will go up if they have the quality of the management and earnings behind them. So that is my opinion about the markets. Pick the best of the stocks, wait for slight declines or consolidation, buy the stock, hold them for at least 6 months to 12 months, and you will see the difference, because this is, I believe, is kind of a bull market that we were seeing in 2007-8. Yes, I have changed my stance. I kept on saying that the market will decline, but the decline has come, and that is why I have changed my stance, because the decline from 14,700 to 13,500 did come in, and those 11, 1,200 points decline is probably good enough. Actually, it went to 13,300, 400, something like that, from 14,800. So a clear 9 to 10% decline. And that decline per se is what I was waiting for. And I jumped in and bought into stocks, and probably most of you would have done as well. Now, talking about the couple of stocks that I was saying. So, one of the stocks in that list is Coforge. I believe Coforge, the erstwhile, I guess, NIIT Tech, if I'm not wrong, is Technically speaking, very strong, looking very strong, has come back from strong levels of 100 DMA. Currently, it is trading at around 2500, around 2550. I believe that keeping a stop loss of 2400, we could still see 3200 on the stock in a year's time, or less than that. So, in 8 to 12 months, you could see beyond 3000 levels, 3200 on the stock. I think keeping a stop at 2400, 2350 would be viable. That would be a near 10% stop loss. So 2350 stop loss, I think 3200 is possible. Fundamentally very strong. It just dipped because of the market dip, and it has not recovered because most of the economy play has recovered. So something like autos, infrastructure, etc., have recovered. So that's a buy for me at these levels. When it was trading at 2800, 2750, everybody was looking to buy and get onto the bus. But right now, after the decline, nobody would like to get into it. Its high has been 2900. At that point of time, most of the people were looking to get into it, but these are the good levels. So this is the kind of decline from 2900, the stock has fallen to 2400, 2300. That is the sort of a decline that we look to get into good quality stocks. Second stock that I'm very bullish on is Dr. Reddy's. I think Dr. Reddy's from the high of 5500, 5600 fell to 4200, 4300. And at that point of time, people were skeptical about whether to buy or not. And you look at the recovery from 42, 4300, it is back to 4600. I think these are very good levels to get into. Keep a 10% stop loss. I won't be surprised if it scales new highs in the next 1 year to 6000 levels. 4200 being the stop loss, so 10% stop loss, probably 30%, 35% upside. Uh, it's an investment bet, not a trading bet, both of them. They will take time to go up, but these are two defensive stocks that no one is looking at, that one can look at and buy into. And once a defensive come back into fashion and these stocks go up, you can book profit and then look at auto ancillary. I kept on saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, I kept on saying about autos and auto ancillary some 2 3 months back about it. Even in October, I said about it that autos and auto ancillaries might do really well in 2021, 2022, and that is what has happened. And look at Motherson Sumi, look at other stocks, that the way they have performed. Look at all ancillary plays. Look at a Maruti from 6000 levels, how it has done, a Hero Motocorp, TVS, etc. So that is the kind of, you can say, move normally that happens in the market. All right. Uh, so that is the kind of, you can say, movement that happens in the market. And probably what you can observe is that the same kind of movement can happen going forward as well. So that's my opinion. So now I'm ready to answer your queries, and probably if you can use the super chat and super sticker feature, that will help me grow the channel. That will help you also ask me questions in greater detail. All right, Asian Paints at 2400 is a buy, in my opinion. I think Asian Paints at 2400, 2250, these are very good levels to buy. I think people have got disturbed with the kind of, you can say, listing Indigo Paints have had. With that Grasim has got into the market. So probably Asian Paints will be under pressure going forward, but I believe that going forward, a good chance is that Asian Paints will scale new highs, 20-25% upside in the next 1 year, very much possible. I would avoid action consulting. I would get into, you can say, home improvement play rather than buying into infrastructure or real estate play. All right. A KPIT, yes, on current levels on declines can be bought into. Another 15 to 18% upside is possible on the stock. Uh, well, Somitra, I don't know when the crash would happen, but I believe that going forward, there will be declines. So these 10-15% declines should be used into buying into stocks rather than waiting for a major crash and not investing into the market. That would be that would be a mistake, a great mistake. You have to be invested in the market if you're positive on investments and making money. All right. A Biocon at 370, 380 looked very good. At 400, it's a buy. Maybe it will remain under pressure for a few weeks, but I won't be surprised if it scales new highs again in a year and a half time. So yes, even at 370, I had a buy call on Biocon. I think in the last session when I was talking about PI industry at any level is a very good buy. It is a like a leader in its space, and probably at current levels declines buy, and it's like a buy and forget kind of stock similar to Pidilite or Asian Paints. You would buy it for a portfolio, for building portfolio and probably making money over 4 5 6 years. All right. Coromandel International is also a very good, you can say, agri play. There are other agri play that you can look at, and probably from March onwards, you'll have this agri theme really doing well from March to July. So look at these stocks as well. Yes. HDFC Life at current levels can be bought, on declines can be bought, but it is like a portfolio stock. Probably 8 to 10 years time, it would be huge. So it is like a 5 7 10 year kind of stock that one can look to buy. All right. Before next correction, I think Nifty can go to 16,000, 16,200 over the next 2 3 months. I think the next correction, although I have been wrong all the time with it, nearly all the time with it, I believe that the next correction could take place in May, probably end of April, early May. That would be the time when the next correction would take place. Okay, Astral Poly came out with very, very good numbers. Again, a disclaimer, I'm invested in the stock. Current levels declines, good buying opportunity, but it may just consolidate and then go up, consolidate for a week or 2 weeks. Over next 1 year, I won't be surprised if 2400 is possible on Astral Poly, 2350, 2400, or more than that even. All right. Emphasis is a good IT stock. If you're holding, kindly hold on to it. If you've not bought, wait for major declines to get into. Avoid KRBL. I've always talked about it that you need to avoid the stock. It is extremely volatile. So I would say avoid KRBL. All right. Loris Labs on decline can be looked at, but there are other pharma companies that have declined that you can look to buy into rather than just looking at something like a Loris Labs. Right. India Mart, I've talked about that around, say, 6,000, would be better levels. These are expensive levels for India Mart and Timesh. Naveen Fluorine and Procter and Gamble, probably Naveen Fluorine is a better pick at current levels. I think it has declined sharply because of some news this and there. But over a long period of time, 3 5 years time frame, I think current levels could be good levels to get into Naveen Fluorine. Similarly, current levels are very good levels to get into Britannia at 3,500, 3,550. I think 3,300 to 3,000, very good support, and I won't be surprised if you see 4,400 in a year's time on Britannia. So good levels to get into Naveen Fluorine. At Dixon, I would say wait for 13,000, wait for some sort of decline, some news or this and that. When the stock falls to 13,000, 12,800, 13,500 would be good levels to get into. It has run up a lot. All right. If you're holding Kajaria Ceramics, you can keep on holding it. If you're not bought into it, wait for major declines to get into. Thanks a lot, Sai, for your contribution. As I said, Dixon is slightly expensive at current levels. Probably on declines to 13,000 would be good levels to get into. At current levels, I feel that it is expensive. Thank you. All right. On Mobile Global, no, I don't like the company that much. There are other IT companies, or you can say internet plays that I like, or you can say telecom play, such as Airtel. Airtel is breaking out. These are very good levels to get into. I won't be surprised if Airtel scales 780, 800 in the times to come. Reliance at current levels looks very good with this Reliance Jio platform, etc. At around 1900 looks extremely good. So I'm bullish on Reliance and Airtel both. All right. No comments on Supreme Petro, neither buy or sell. Ultramarine, I have to look and only then I can let you know as to what goes on. FL is expensive. I think on major declines can be looked to buy into like the declines we have had recently. Otherwise, it is expensive. IRCTC at current levels very attractive. I think on declines can be bought into 1370 to 1400. Very strong support if it comes there. Best levels to get into. I think over the next year and a half, we could see 2000 plus on the stock. About India, another portfolio kind of a stock like PI or Pidilite or Asian Paints. If you buy, good levels to get into, but wait for 5, 7, 10 years to really make big money in Abbott. That would be my suggestion. Kaji Karpuram for me is an avoid. Look for good quality chemical companies to get into. Don't get into very small chemical companies. That's my suggestion. TCS, good company. I think it's another portfolio stock that you can buy into. Info Edge came to 4300, very good levels there to buy. Even at current levels can be looked at. But have a good 3 to 5 year time horizon in Info Edge. It can be volatile going forward. I think the top has virtually been made on the Info Edge stock. All right. Advanced enzyme, see, it's a very, very good quality, you can say, pharma company. Uh, See, I don't have targets in mind because, and thanks for your contribution, because it is like a large cap pharma kind of a firm and it is into producing enzymes for all kind of food products. Hold on to it and probably a CAGR of 18-20% on the stock is possible over the next 5, 6 years. Thank you for your contribution. All right. Fine Organics has run up a bit, so probably at 2150, 2200 would be good levels. If you buy here, keep a stop at 2000. So yes, around 2200 would be better levels to buy into something like Fine Organics. NBCC again, I'm invested in it, so that's a disclaimer. 30 rupees stop loss targets of 40 to 43 possible in the next 6 to 12 months. I think 29 to 30 is very strong, you can say, support on NBCC. Alkyl amines has declined. I think these are good levels to get into. I think 4500 to 4700 would be even better. I think 47, 4800 is not bad. I have not checked the price right now, but I think 6000 possible in a year and a half, 2 years time on alkyl amines. Good top quality, you can say, company in chemicals. Avoids SIS. Vinay, thanks for your contribution. Avoid SIS. SIS did well during the pandemic phase. They did well during that period. The numbers are always up and down. I would say it's an avoid. So that's my opinion. All right. I don't know about Oriental Aromatic. I need to check and only then I can say. Polycab on declines can be bought into. Havells, Polycab, Kajaria, etc. All these kind of companies in ceramics and you can say power ancillaries have run up. So at these levels, it's an avoid. They are an avoid. Right. Sun TV to me is an avoid. That's my opinion. Please comment on Sumitomo Chemicals, very good quality company, but it has run up. So valuations is stretched. Now, if you buy, keep a 10-15% stop loss. Otherwise, wait for a 10-15-20% fall to get into that. That's my opinion. Company is pretty good. I would prefer Maruti. I won't prefer Tata Motors. Yes, it has surged, but as a company, I would prefer buying Maruti on declines, 6800, 6900, like that. All right. JNA Excel wait for declines. I think Frontier is nicely placed. Again, I'm invested in the stocks or disclaimer. But it is at 320, 310 at very good levels that you can buy into Frontier. PPAP Automotive is a good stock, but why don't you get into larger auto ancillary plays rather than buying into the lower end of the space? It is a good company, but buy into larger companies and they will give you decent returns rather than buying into smaller companies and probably if there's volatility, it go down 15-20%, you'll be worried although the market is in a bull run and you'll not make money. That is my point when I say that you buy into larger companies. All right. So thanks a lot. Thank you for being online, for supporting me. Kindly subscribe to my channel and support me on Patreon. You'll get a lot of access through Patreon. I have a 25 stock watch list with stop losses targets that I keep updating every week. So kindly have a look at that. If you join a $10 membership, you'll have that. Sure. So Gan, thanks a lot for your contribution. Thank you.